It's now so bad that it's good. Let's face it, every single day that Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate is out there in the world, there are more people who like it and there are more people that hate it. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks for hanging out with me on the channel today. But I gotta lay some facts on you for. I've got a lot of data coming in from my stores now, the people I deal with, all my friends, all the guys who open boxes, and guess what? There's a lot more people out there that like this product than hate it. People can hate on things for a lot of reasons, but it's not going to be the cards in this set. For everyone who says this set is weak, the majority of people don't care. They're buying this product anyway. You can hate the prices. You can say it's only 18 packs for that set box. It's only 24 for the draft. A collector box costs a fortune right now, but that price is coming down. We'll get to that. You can hate those products for those price points. There's a lot of reasons to hate things inside any set given to you by Wizards of the Coast, by any company putting a product out there. But if a player likes a card, they like a card. I can look back as a kid and remember seeing a Shivan dragon flying over me and bashing me for 5, being pumped up, getting hit for 10. When I see these dragons, when I see the set, and the people around me see that set, they see nostalgia. New players see beastie creatures. When my son and his friends see it, they see giant things that are just so cool to look at. Wizards has touched on something. You may not like it. Like I said, the prices seem ridiculous when you're getting less product for a higher price point. You can hate on that, I understand. But not the cards. And the LGSs, they're hating on this because they can't open enough of what's going on. They're having difficulty fulfilling orders. Things are running out of stock instantly on their pre-release. It's everywhere. Yeah, you can go on TCG Player. There'll be some places that have it for sale. And the prices are going up for many of the cards in this set. And we'll jump into that. Don't worry. There's a lot going on in this video today. Because after this video, we'll probably be more touching on what's coming up with Double Masters 2022. This is my last real chance to let you guys know, because I'm not checking in probably again for a couple of weeks unless something major happens. And then I'll check a few weeks after that to see how it gets affected by Double Masters. But right now, people are buying the singles in this set, not so much the boxes. Set boxes seem to be doing okay. Draft is really slow. Collector boxes are slow because of that price point. You can hate the price. You can tell people these cards feel weak. But most people don't feel the way you do. That's not what I'm seeing, and that's not what I'm hearing from these sales. Now, when we take a look here at a card like this, let's pop this up here. Ancient Gold Dragon, Borderless. Okay, you see that foil price? $48.75 US. This card is basically bottomed out from the average, and the market prices are under 20 bucks US. 12 euro. This card's 25 bucks in Canada, by the way, in case you were wondering, because it's sold out. The wish lists that I've gotten from stores adds up to 923 individual sales of some type, different people, different whatever, but 923 wish lists trying to get this card. This isn't the best of the dragons. It's my son's favorite, but it's not the best. But 923 people can't get their hands on this card. 923 people. No luck, sorry, you can't have it. And the stores aren't opening more product to let you try to find it. Do you know what happens if there are 923 people out there trying to get that card and the stores aren't opening more product and the people don't want to buy the draft or set or collector boxes to try to get those cards? Those cards go up. See that hand? It's just going up. That's all we're going for. And we haven't seen this in a long time. I'm not saying every mythic in this set is like a bashing good time, but the sales figures seem to believe otherwise. When you take a look right now at Ancient Copper Dragon Borderless, look at the foil price. Ancient Copper Dragon Borderless foil. This seems to be the hardest card to get. They're hard to find. I'm still combing through the data on the sheets, but out of like hundreds of boxes I've looked at, we're talking a handful of different types. This is hard to get. It's not around everywhere. And people are kind of wondering what's going on. Look at the wish list on this. 1,230 individual wish list things saying, hey, I'd like to get this card. This is on my wish list. Please let me know when this card is back in stock because I'm curious. I'd like to buy this card. You're not buying that card unless a lot more boxes get opened. So I find this one of those things like Double Masters may come along, overshadow what's going on with Baldur's Gate for a while. Boxes don't get opened because players are like moving their money on. And some of these cards are actually even harder to get because there's no supply being flushed into the market. Again, haven't seen this for a very long time, probably since like, I don't want to say like World Wake? Way back in the day. It's been a long time since I've seen mythics really matter for something. And a lot of the people I'm talking to feel the same way. This is a different financial take we're seeing on cards like this. And if it continues, it's only going to get more expensive for cards in this set. There's a lot of cards going on that have value. Now, when you take a look here, I'm showing you a sales sheet. This is directly taken from TCG Player, okay? I just like mocked it up here. So you see the ancient Brass Dragon Borderless, right? Look at that foil price, $198. Now go further down, Ancient Copper Dragon Borderless, $197. Go down again, Ancient Silver Dragon Borderless foil, $164. Look at that. Now, I underlined a couple. When you take a look at the underline, you see the $94 there, the showcase version. Then you see the extended Entertainer of Barrel, whatever you say. I can't pronounce these names. You guys know I'm horrible. That's $65.88 for that foil. Like guys, the extended art foils are big, and cards like Wrathful Dragon. I know I saw some comments, people saying they're only good in like a dragon deck, but there's a lot of people trying to put together dragon decks. Most of us who have kids, guess what they're asking for? Dad, I want to build a dragon deck. I want to have all the dragons. Picture all those people out there saying, yeah, you know what, let's have some fun and put that together. And you can't find all the cards. Cards like Wrathful Dragon are going to be going in those decks. Cards like the Ancient Copper Dragon, the Ancient Silver Dragon, the Ancient Gold Dragon, they don't have to go in dragon decks. They can just go in your commander deck as a giant beast that must be dealt with. He hits the battlefield and he just comes out there saying, deal with me. You have to deal with it. You got to do something to him. You got to stop him. That is going to be a good time for a lot of people out there. But that's what I'm talking about. The dragons don't have to just go in dragon decks. And the way they've made these foils, the showcase, it is hard to get. Now, shout out there to Bad Boy Gaming. You noticed it too, didn't you? Skadoosh, man. You saw what was going on. You asked me if I was doing a video, but I had to wait for data to come in to kind of add up the sales, see what's going on, see who has what sold out and when. And yeah, it all leans that direction. Now, there are other cards that are hard to get. Some of these mythics seem a lot more common in the box runs from all the sheets I've added up. There's a few that seem way more common than other cards. The dragons are hard to get, by the way, everyone. They're hard to get. And if you're buying set boxes, yeah, there's lots of rares out there. And not all these rares are trash. There's lots of good rares, but I'd still wait the 90 days to see how these prices end up being. Let's see how people manipulate and try to find working abilities for these cards to be put into decks. I'd wait the 90 days. But if you open one of these foils, if you open one of these giant dragons, you don't trade that stuff in. Nah, you hold on to that. Don't let that go. Because if you let it go, I have a feeling you may regret it about 6 months from now. I can't be sure, but that data is leaning that way. And when you look at stuff like this is taken from 401 Games here in Toronto. You guys know I shop there a lot. And you look there, they had this box originally at $399.95, okay? That's what it was at. But it's now at $369.95 Canadian. Why do you guys think that is? A lot of other stores have done the same. Places like Face to Face still have it at the $399 mark. But when you look at you dropping it $30 is telling you something. They're not opening more. They want you to buy it. So when you open it, you can trade them in cards. It makes sense. A lot of LGSs do this. I'd rather knock off a few bucks on a box and get you guys to buy it. And then I get all the cards you don't care about. They come back in. It's not, you're trying to recoup some of your money. I'm trying to get some cards to sell and put out there to the public. Yeah, because they're not going to be opening more boxes. Because it's too hard to get the cards to fill the orders. And I know some people were like, oh, you're just crying. I'm not crying wolf. This is the way it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. I'm just stating what's happening and how people out there are feeling about it. You get a lot of info from people nowadays, and I can find out a lot of stuff going on, and I find it awesome. Because even I was down on this set. And I was like, oh. But I went to that pre-release. I played with those players, and I had a good time. And that's what matters. And when you see newer players coming in, and they say, did you see that giant ancient gold dragon? Did you see that in play? That guy's kid had it. And that was my kid coming at you with that dragon. It gets my son exhilarated. When he showed it to his friends, they got just like excitement. And seeing a kid's excitement, and the parents are like, oh, they're really into this. They like it. I'm not saying parents are going out and jumping in to buy this stuff. Those are expensive cards. But it shows the excitement that players can feel when they get cards like this. And they may not be trading in cards like this anymore when they know it's this hard to get. Wizards did something different with this product, and most people didn't recognize it until they started opening the product, until we started seeing some box opening videos. The collector boxes generally seem to have a lot more mythics than we're seeing in the set or in the draft. And I can confirm that. I've gone through a whole bunch now. I spent a good 5 hours going through stuff, and I can tell you it definitely leans that way. Some boxes have as low as 1 mythic in a draft box. Others had as many as 3. Almost none of the boxes had 4. You go to set, there was actually a couple that had 5, by the way. There was a small segment that had 5. Most of them were 3 or 4. There was a couple of 2s. Bad boxes. That's not a lot of mythics in a box. But some of these boxes, like the set boxes, had as much as 40 rares plus. So there's lots of rares to be found in some of these boxes. Like I said, the way this is going to play out is definitely not done yet. We're in the early days of these openings. You know, FOMO could kick in here with nobody intending for it to happen other than the people saying, I didn't get this card in my box. I really want to buy it. How much is it going to cost me? And they already spent their 140 bucks Canadian buying a set box, and now they got to fork out more money? That's where it's going. They're like, wow, I really wanted to get that dragon. Maybe I should have just like bought the pre-release. And so many of you out there told me you were buying only the singles on pre-release. You're like, I'm just going to buy the singles. I'm not buying the boxes. I just don't think it's a good deal. Most of you looks like you made a pretty good bargain there. And thanks for those guys who sent me the photos showing the purchases and showing the stuff you have being shipped right now. Buying 4 of the copper, 4 of the bronze, 4 of the gold. That's epic. You guys made a good buy, and you know it. You were smart guys out there. To all the stores and people out there who sent me this data and information, great. Thank you so much again. And for all the players out there who sent me all your information on your box openings, awesome. So good to see. And the photos were, of course, very important. This is something special. This set's going to really divide things out over the next little while of players loving and hating it. And I feel in the end that this is still going to be a set that is going to be very remembered for what's happening right now. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to watch my video today. Tune in, leaving comments, give this video a thumbs up, spread the word out. Thanks again. And hey, we're closing down. We're only 850 subs away for those who know what I'm talking about. That 10K party is coming soon. Looking forward to talking to you all. Have a fantastic day today, guys, wherever you are in the world of Magic. And of course, a big shout out to all the fantastic patrons on the channel. Thank you guys for that continued support each and every day, helping me make videos like this. Have an awesome day, everyone. Hey, you guys are here at the end. I just want to say a special thank you to everyone who gave all those big shout outs to Mini Mox for his birthday. It was really appreciated. His face was beaming. I can't tell you guys enough how much it meant to him. He was just all smiles. So thank you again, everyone. And yeah, he's making me buy the dragons. I'm not joking. He's like, I really want them for my birthday, Dad. I want those dragons. I'm like, oh, wow. I think I have one of them so far that I opened. So I'm like, I'm going to go hunting, guys. I may not be able to get those big fancy full art foil Borderless that cost like a $200 bill. But I'm going to be able to get some of the smaller ones. We'll find them. We'll hunt those down. At least there's choices for players out there. But a lot of them are sold out right now. That's no joke. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plans out. So thank you again, everyone, for that big birthday shout out to my little guy. He really appreciated it. So did I. It meant a lot. Have a great one, guys. I will see you all tomorrow on the flip side. Can't wait to see the comments for today's video. We can put in the end, dragons. That sounds good to me. Dragons.